Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to Jones Jewelry. I'm very happy to have you here. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a simple stretch bracelet. I'm just going to show you the very simple one, and then we'll get into harder ones later. So, just to get started, I'm just going to show you kind of what I'm going to make, the tools we're going to use. This one here, I just made, and it is made out of white gemstone beads with beautiful silver accents and charms. And like I said, we'll get into the more difficult ones a little bit later. Here's one that is a basic, simple stretch bracelet, and this is the kind of bracelet we are going to be making today. Everybody uses different kind of stretch string. There's all kinds. There's 100 different brands of string that you can buy. Now, sometimes I use the clear crystal string. This is 5mm. You only want to use those on very plastic beads. Never use glass or heavy beads on this type of string because it will snap every time. So what I'm gonna use is the Crystal Tech 8.8mm. Okay, so let's get started. Well, sorry, we need our string, we need our needle nose and our round nose pliers. We're gonna need our charm holder, our charm. You can use whatever charm you want. I'm going to use this one. It says things like happy, true love, kind, things like that. You're going to need your jump rings. Don't forget about those, the little tiny rings. That's what connects your charms to the charm holder. These are bead spacers. We're going to put these in between the beads. And I am going to use these pretty 10mm rainbow beads. Okay, there's also a lot of different size beads. All right, let's get started. Oh, sorry about that. One more thing. You're going to need your handy Gorilla Glue or any type of super glue or jewelry glue will work. I recommend using the Gorilla Glue because your bracelets are not going to break if you use this. And I also have a Q-tip. I'll explain that why in just a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my camera around and we're going to get started, and I'm going to show you how to get that bracelet started. Alright, first I'm going to show you the string. Here's the black Crystal Tech string. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to measure that out. And just to show you here, here's our string, and I definitely cut way too much. That's okay though, because I have things I can use with my spare wire. Alright, here we go. Okay, alright, let's get these over here. Like I said, we have our string. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to get your pliers and your jump ring. You're going to grab that jump ring with your plier, okay? And we're going to put it on the charm holder. And then we're going to grab the charm and put that on there as well. We're going to have to open up that jump ring a little bit because that's a big charm. Get it down in there. And it's all down in there. And now we just go back up to the jump ring and close it. And now we have our charm on our charm holder, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to grab that string, and I'm going to put that charm on there first. Okay? Grab our beads. Put one. I always put 1 and 1 on each side at the beginning. It makes it a lot easier. And then we're going to go to our our spacer beads. And we're going to put one of those in between every bead. Okay. So this is what we've got so far. Can you see that? Now I'm going to go back to this side. Now, depending on if you're making this for yourself, making it for someone else, you want to make sure you get the right size. Now, my size is 6.5 for my wrist. Six and a half inches around. Okay, you see those beads going on there nicely? And don't worry, once you get to doing this more, you'll get going a lot faster. It'll be a lot easier. Go back to this side. And all I'm doing is stringing the beads. So bead, bead spacer, bead, bead spacer. Until I get just enough to tie that off. Okay, so far this is where we're at. And we're almost there. Almost there, guys. Just need to add a couple more. We're going to make this one a little bit bigger than 6.5. Go back to this side. Now, just the simple bracelet like this, you don't have to keep going back and forth. Now, I do recommend that you put the charm on first and do one bead each side. Okay, let's see. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And I know that my wrist is a 6.5, so we're about there. One more bead, and we're going to check it. Okay, this is what we have now. See that? Flip it around so you can see the charm. Okay. Now, the first time, when you want to check to see if it's big enough, small enough, tie it one time. Make sure you hold on to those strings. Slip it on your wrist. And there we go. I'm going to add one more bead because it was a little tight on my wrist there. Make sure you keep a hold of those strings. You don't want your beads to go flying everywhere. And it does happen, so if it happens, it's alright. Okay. Now I'm going to tie that one more time and recheck the size. Alright. We have ourselves a bracelet. Okay, so we've already tied it once. You want to make sure it's nice and tight. Go as low to the bottom as you can, okay? See that? As low to the bottom as you can, and keep it tight when you're tying the knots. And I always tie it 3 times, just to give it a little extra strength. Okay, so this is what we have now. Okay, now I'm gonna flip my camera back around because it's gonna be a lot easier. Hello. To show you how to cut and glue it this way. Alright, see how we have all of our extra string? You're always gonna have extra string. That's okay. But here's our pretty bracelet. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab these strings and I'm gonna pull. Okay? The knot is right here. So I'm gonna push those beads down. See the knot there? And then I'm gonna wrap this string around my finger as many times as I can, still holding on to the beads. And then I'm gonna stretch it. See? But this string, you gotta get a good grip on it. And then cut. Let go of the excess. Bring it back apart. And you see that? Oh, my camera moved on me. Okay. So right now I'm separating it like this. There's our knot. And it's time for the glue. Okay. Alright, here we go. And right where that knot is, you're just going to take some glue. My Gorilla Glue is getting a little lumpy, but that's okay. Because that's where this comes in. Because you don't want it to get too much on there because it's Gorilla Glue. So it's going to harden that a lot. But you want to be able to get this knot down into the bead once this Gorilla Glue dries, which takes about 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds. So here in just a second, I'm going to go ahead and close that up. And then you always want to save your extra string. I save it because I make little stretch rings out of them. Okay. And it is dry. Now, we got our bead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bead and I'm going to push it until it goes through that hole. And now you cannot see the tie. And just close it. Just like that. Okay. And there we go. We have our simple stretch bracelet made out of rainbow beads and a beautiful charm that says love, be kind, Free, true love, brave, happy, thankful. It's really a beautiful bracelet. It will be up on my Etsy page in just a little while, so if you'd like to visit there, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, that is www.etsy.com/shop/Jones Jewelry Crafts. Okay, and that's it. Thank you so much for joining me on how to make a simple stretch bracelet. I really hope you enjoyed making that, and I hope it's easy for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I will see you soon with my next new project. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.